Alright, all you night readers, welcome to Tarot Days and Nights. It's good to have you all here on a Saturday night. Alright, so let's see what we got going on. Hello, Selena, Chanel, Yvonne, Nav, Lisa, Freedom, Emily, Jess, and Samantha. Alright. So let's get right to it, right? All right, Freedom, you feel so depressed and irritated today. Can I see why? Sure. If you watched today's daily tarot tip, I think that was what it was all about. Not having a very good day. But yeah, absolutely. We'll take a look. Thank you so much for donating, Freedom. I do appreciate it. And let me get to your reading. Hello, OG Mask. Hello, JJ. It's good to see you all. Why do you feel so depressed and irritated today? Well, so here's what I'm getting. Here's what I'm getting for you. I am getting that you just don't feel like all this love is around you like you would expect to feel today. Just for some strange reason, you kind of feel like you're all alone, right? You kind of feel isolated. You're bored. You don't know what to do. You're kind of bored, right? There's nobody to hang out with. Nobody's around. Nobody wants to do anything. Nobody has any plans. There is no, trying to do something new for the day. No cooperation. So you've run into a barrier. You've run into a barrier today, and it's just, these are just those kind of days that really do stress, and they really do push the limits of feeling sad and feeling depressed, right? Feeling like you're on an island all by yourself. So you just have to figure out how to get around this barrier. It's not a permanent barrier. It's a temporary one. And I would be willing to say that you'll be able to find a way to get around this barrier. It may not be today or tonight, right? But it'll be, probably tomorrow. Probably by tomorrow you'll feel better. Get a good night's sleep, a really good night's sleep. And I think you will be all right tomorrow. Okay? That's what I get for you, Freedom. I just think it's a combination of lots of things. So, that's what I got. Selena, what's going on, Selena, your friend's sister? Your friend's sister's in a bad way mentally. But your friend thinks it's all made up. Oof. Is your friend's sister cutting herself and doing things for attention and worrying her family? Or is it really made up, right? That's kind of what we're looking at. Is it really made up? That's what we really want to look into. Is she doing this just for attention? Or is there really some type of a mental issue going on that needs to be addressed, seriously addressed? Because that would be a big issue, wouldn't it? So let's take a look and see what we get. All right, I am going to tell you, I do not think she's just doing it for attention. I think she definitely has something going on in her head. She's not balanced right now. She's very unbalanced. There is no real balance in her life. She's feeling like she can't control things, and things are going kind of they're out of whack. They really are out of whack. I think she's become very detached from everyone. I think she's become kind of very cold and distant from everybody. And, these are all parts of whatever this mental illness is for her, right? Everybody shows signs of mental illness in many different ways. And being cold to people, not talking to people, being unstable, reading tarot cards online. These can all be effects of mental illness, right? I think she is absolutely struggling to get through this and figure out exactly what she knows something needs to be done, but she doesn't know what, and she can't stop herself. She just can't stop herself. I think you need a plan. I think your friend and your friend's family, they need a plan. They need to come up with something, right? It has to be very creative. And they're all going to have to work together. And if they do that, then I'm confident that they would be able to take the initiative and have enough power between all of them to take care of this issue, because it's serious. I think it's much more serious than your friend's family is thinking. I don't think they believe that it's as serious as it really is, but it is. It's not just a cry for attention, it's a cry for help. And that's what the struggle is about. Okay. That's what I get for you, Selena. Yes, definitely there is no balance in her life, but she put herself in that place. And yes, they haven't seen her in a few days. I'm just saying, I can definitely see it's definitely an issue. And it seems like there's more to it than there is more to it than just trying to get attention. So, all right. Warrior Girl, thank you very much for your donation. I do appreciate it. And I would like to do a reading for you. Don't forget, donations do guarantee readings. So if you would like to guarantee a reading, that's the best way to do it. Yep. So all of the donation information scrolls across the bottom of the screen. It also is in the show description underneath that. So yep. So you would like a love reading for this month. Okay. Are you in a relationship now, Warrior Girl? Okay, no, you're not. That's good enough. That's just what I needed to know, just so I knew which direction to head in this reading. All right, well, we have one of my favorite cards, Strength. Strength, Star, and Sun. Those are my 3 favorites. Yes, all the S's. Gets me covered that way with all of them, right? Yeah, Strength, I think you're not with anyone right now, and I think the problem is that you are having a difficult time with your confidence. I think you're having a tough time with self-esteem right now. I don't think you feel like you are strong enough to have a relationship. And Strength is telling you have to really tap into that courage that you have, do things with conviction. The 9 of Wands clearly shows you that you are very defiant. You have put walls up and you're sensitive because you've been hurt before. You can see where this guy, he's got a bandage on his head and wrapped around his head because he has been hurt before. The 9 of Cups tells me, you can achieve happiness. You can achieve happiness on the outside and on the inside, but you have to have self-worth. You have to realize that you are worth way more than you give yourself credit for. And I think, that's not easy always to do. It's just not an easy thing to do. I understand that. Now, the Queen of Pentacles tells me that you have you have an interest in having a relationship, and I think you've planned for it. I think you have organized for it, right? You've got everything all ready for a relationship. I believe you are a very generous and nurturing person. I think you are very relaxed, very laid back. And I think those are all positive things for someone looking for a relationship. So there's no real reason other than, I think, inside yourself, right? That you're defending yourself because you've been hurt before. You don't have quite the strength that you feel like you need. But other than you, I don't really see a reason why someone wouldn't want to have a relationship with you, have some type of, to be in love with you, because there's really no reason. Now, the Knight of Pentacles tells me, you're asking, I know if you love reading for the month, and the Knight of Pentacles tells me if there was anything to work out for this month in love for you, it's going to be probably closer to the very end of the month, because the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving, very methodical, but has to think about things many, many times and has to really be ready to do something before they'll move ahead and do it. And that's exactly what's going on. So, but I think that person, I think that's good though for you, right? You want someone, and I think you should have someone that is going to really think hard and long about how you're going to feel about everything they do. All right, warrior girl. So I think you can do this. I really think you can do this. I think you can get that back, right? You can get all of this back. You just have to work on it. It just takes time, right? It takes time, and of course things are not moving as quickly as you'd like them to, but it will. It's moving at the pace that it has to move at. Get your confidence back. Get your self-esteem back. That's a big one, right? Self-esteem is hard, isn't it? How do you feel good about yourself? And And you gotta, the more you do, I think I said, I had almost this exact combination this morning in this morning's show where I said, the more inner strength, confidence you have, the more you build this up, then these walls will come down much, much faster. Okay. And once these walls come down, that'll make it easier for someone to come in and move in, right? And to be part of your life. I understand that if you've been hurt in the past, and I really do think that is exactly what happened. I think you have been hurt in the past. So if that's the case, I can understand why you feel the way you feel. Hey, Chanel, what's going on? All right, so yesterday a friend told me oh no. He told me he liked you romantically and you were shocked about it and totally taken by surprise. So of course your question is, will this guy make trouble for me and that guy? The original this guy. Oh no, there's two this guys. I don't know what to do. Too many this guys. There's this guy number 1 and this guy number 2 now. There's too many this guys. All right, so what are we going to do with this guy number 2? What is this guy number 2 going to do to this guy number 1 and the whole plan that this guy number 1 has? Because, well, this guy number 1 was going really well. Now, all of a sudden, this guy, who's a friend, is telling you that he loves you. He is romantically interested in you. A shocker nonetheless. I don't think you should be shocked. I really don't. There's no reason that, people should like you. You are a very nice person. You've always been a nice person. You just have your doubts about people because they have been not very good to you in the past. So, I get it. All right, so this guy, number 2, he's very creative, right? He came up with it seems like he came up with a very creative way of telling you that he is romantically interested in you. I honestly think that, it may not have been the way he did it, but I think it's the timing. I think the timing was very creative because I think he knows. I think this guy, number 2, knows about this guy, number 1. Because I think you mentioned this. I think you talk about this guy, number 1. I think he's all you talk about. And I'm not trying to be, say that that's a bad thing, because I think that's wonderful. You're proud. You're happy that something good is going on in life right now. And that's what you talk about. Well, great. Good for you. You should have something worth talking about all the time. Everybody should. I think your relationship with this guy, number 1, is growing, right? I think it's really growing. And I think, of course, it's growing in a good direction, right? You're growing roots here, and the rest of it is growing up here. Exactly. Yeah, guy number 2 always knows about guy number 1. I knew that. I knew it. It's because you talk about him. this guy, number 2, he just missed the train, basically. He has a lot of hope, right? He's got the star, and the star, of course, is all about hope, and it's all about being guided by the star, and it's about feeling comfortable. And this guy, number 2, is he's very comfortable with you, and now he sees that you are more comfortable with someone else, and he thought, oh, well, I better say something now. But you know what? It's too late. This guy, number 2, missed the boat. He missed the train. He is on the wrong flight. He picked up the wrong rental car. Is there any more? But I'm going to tell you, this guy, number 1, is going to be the one who makes you happy. This guy, number 1, is going to be the one who brings you safety and well-being. He's going to make you feel like you've been blessed with something, right? Like you've been blessed with this life. He is going to be the one that makes you feel like family. He is your knight in shining armor. He's the one who's got the picnic and the love letter and the horse and the flowers and the hat, wearing his heart on his sleeve. So I gotta tell you, you, Chanel, you, Miss Chanel, have to tell this guy, number 2, that he's gotta go. He missed it. He missed it. He had a chance. He had a chance. Where was he 3 months ago? When you were by yourself, when you had no one. Nowhere. He was nowhere to be found. He wasn't telling you this then. He waited specifically until he knew that things were going really good for you, because then he wanted to make it all about something different. And you know what? Screw number 2. The heck with him. I don't mean really. No, I don't talk about that. I mean, like, get rid of number 2. You have to talk to him, though. You have to get in touch with this guy, number 2, and tell him, listen, I have somebody I am extremely happy with. If you wanted to continue to be friends, you have to understand it'll never be more than that. I am in a relationship, and that's where I want it to be. And then you need to have a talk with this guy, number 1, and explain to him. Listen, because you don't want to keep a secret. Let me tell you this, because this would be really bad for you. Don't keep a secret. I don't need cards anymore. The cards I'm done with. Don't keep a secret from this guy number 1. This guy number 1 is important to you. Things are going extremely well. They've been going extremely well. He's been doing all the stuff that he wants and all the stuff that he's been telling you. And you know what? But you can't keep a secret like this from him, because if this guy number 2 decides that he is going to cause trouble between the two of you, at least this guy number 1 knows. If he gets blindsided by it, that would be horrible. And you know, not only would he be brokenhearted, but you would be. So he would be very disappointed in you for not telling him, and you would be brokenhearted for not telling him. So don't let that happen. Don't let that be the case. Make sure you tell number 2, go away, and you tell number 1 that it happened. And tell number 1 exactly what you did. Hey, I told this other guy, he came up to me he's a friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for a while. And he came up to me, and all of a sudden now that he knows you and I are getting more serious, he came up to me and told me he was interested romantically in me. And, well, that, and then tell him, and then I let him know that I was not interested in anyone else because I have you, and you are my number one. You're this guy, number one. So you do have to explain it to number one, right? Because if it came back and turned around and something happened, well, that would be bad. And I don't want to see that happen. I do not want to see that happen. All right, Chanel? Good. Yvonne, I could go on and on and on about it, Chanel, but I don't need to because you're smart. You know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know just what I'm saying to you. Yvonne, can you have a future reading, please? What can I see for you this month? What can I see for you this month? Hey, Nav, I see you squeezed in between the Farrell sisters. That's not a bad place to be. Right in the middle of the Farrell family. I like to think I am an honorary member of the fabulous Farrell family. All right, so what do we got going on? Things are changing. I think I told you that this morning, right? I think I've told you that for a couple of days now. Things are changing every single day. Things are changing more and more and more. I think you just have to be flexible and change with it. Right? As things in your life change, you have to be flexible and go along with it and change with them. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that because I think it's going to make things better for you. You have to let go of the things that are causing you mental stress and mental anxiety because there's nothing there you can do. There's nothing you can control in that part. So don't let that contribute to the rest of the things going on in your life. Okay? Don't let those things don't let the mental things contribute to the rest of the things that are going on in your life. Let go of them. And then I think you'll be able to celebrate that things are getting better. Eventually, that's what we're looking for, right? That's what you want. We're looking for you to have fun. We're looking for you to be able to celebrate your life again and have a good time. So I think you just have to keep on, being alert. Keep on, keep one eye out for what's going on around you, of course, always. And be decisive all the time. Right? Make decisions and stick to them. And I think that's what's coming up for this month. But remember, it's just a matter of things are changing, change with them, and let go of the things you can't control. Because any of that stuff you can't control that's causing you stress and causing you heartache and heartbreak is just one more thing that you don't want to have to do. Okay? It's good to have you here, Yvonne. I wasn't exactly sure if you would be up so late tonight. But I'm glad you are. All right, Nav, will Aman and you reconcile this month? Will you and Aman reconcile this month? Lisa, wait a second. I'm just reading your thing here. Money's been stolen from you? Somebody stole money from you? Please do me a favor and just tell me a little bit of the story in the chat if you are willing to. If you're willing to. Just a little something about it, so I have a little bit of a background or an idea of what the heck happened and what's going on. That's weird. All right. So Nav, will you and Iman reconcile this month? You guys get such an idea of what goes on in my brain, don't you? You see that I am doing 16 different things all at the same time. I'm shuffling cards. I'm asking questions of one other person. I'm getting ready for a reading for someone else. I'm checking for donations. I'm also checking for texts. It's craziness, I'll tell you, in this head of mine. It goes 100 miles an hour. I'm reading through the chat as far down as I possibly can. Oh, gosh. All right. Wheel of Fortune. We just started off with the Wheel of Fortune for Yvonne. So things are coming to a turning point for you and Iman. Right? You and Iman broke up for a reason. Now things are turning. Now things are changing, right? Things are turning in a direction. Maybe they're turning backwards, right? Because that would be the opposite of a clock if it's going this way, and that would be turning time back. The Knight of Wands tells me that you are very impatient. You are looking for things to happen. You want things to be on the move right now, right? Boom, 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 boom. You want them to be moving. You want things to... You're a people person, so you want people to tell you exactly what's going on and come to you and explain to you what's going on with Iman. What's he doing? Where is he? How's he doing? Stuff like that. You want to know it all. You want everything, and you're very blunt about it, and that's okay. Sometimes that's how you have to be. But I think you are going to... I don't think you're finding the security and the stability in Iman like you used to. I don't think you're going to. I don't think if he came back and if you reconciled, you used to be very secure with him, right? You used to feel very secure, like he made you feel like nothing could ever happen to you. No one could touch you. Nobody could get near you. You were the one. You were the only. And I can, of course, see why. Why wouldn't he? You've always been a very nice person. You are a people person. You've always been out there trying to please people. I don't think if the two of you reconcile, you'll get that security, that secure feeling back, though, because it's left. And once it's gone, that's tough to get back. I'll tell you, it really is. My second wife. This is my third. My wife, Kelly, is my third and last wife. This is it. I will never get married again because she and I are together forever. I made her that promise, and she made me that promise, and I will never break a promise. So, but wife number 2, she and I were together for 20 years. And she got caught cheating. All right. And she got caught one time cheating, just once. Never apologized for doing it. Basically told me the person who caught her was a liar, which happened to be her own son. And I left immediately that night. because it only takes one thing, right? It only takes one time. Now, I used to feel secure in that relationship. But if I ever went back, I would never feel secure again. And that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. I know there's a point in there somewhere, Nav, I swear. But that's the point I'm trying to make. Once you've lost that secure feeling, once you've lost that stability, getting it back is almost impossible. It would take a lot of hard work, right? You see here, of course, hard work and determination, dedication. And it would take the two of you really, you would really have to be coming together and completely compromising with each other. You would have to give up a lot to get back together, and so would Amon. And I don't know I'm not sure if you're willing to give up as much as you would have to, and I'm not really sure that he is either. Okay? So I have to say, I don't think so. My honest opinion is no, I do not think that the two of you will reconcile this month. That would be my answer to your question. And I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry because that's what it seems like that's exactly what you want. And so I can't give you any better news than that. But that's what I saw on the cards. You're explaining to me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Lisa, I understand you're down and I'm very sorry. I really am. This is going to be miserable. This is going to be a rotten reading, I swear. I don't even want to do it, but I'm going to, of course. I'm a good friend to the fabulous Farrell family. Thank you. All right. So someone who is hurting all the family is the person who did this to Lisa. Is that what I'm getting from this? Is that what I'm getting? The person that I constantly see hurting the whole family. Is this the person, somehow or another, did this person come in and go back to see Lisa today? Or, yeah, today, I guess? No. Okay. So it's not that person. Oh. Does she know who it is, Yvonne? Oh, no. I'm afraid now. I'm really afraid. Does she know who it is? This is why it's heartbreaking. I'm so glad you guys are close. I'll tell you that. Don't tell me if she knows who it is. You can tell me yes, she knows who it is, but don't tell me who. I don't want that. I don't want to put that out there. I mean, I know all the players in the game. That's for sure. All right. Could be one of a few people. Okay. All right. That's all I needed to know. I don't want you to tell, I don't want you to put names out there or anything like that. I think this is someone who, gosh, this is so hard. This is so hard, Lise and Yvonne. course you know who this is. Of course, Lisa, you know who this is. I don't even want to put it out there that I think I know who it is too. Because if I'm wrong, I'll really feel bad, and if I'm right, then it's just miserable. I think it's someone who's very close to you. I think it's someone who you are battling right now with making a decision exactly what you want to do and how you want to handle it, because you don't know how to handle it. I think, I think you would like, I think you would like to call the authorities. I think that's what you would really, that would really get somebody, but you're not going to. You are not going to do that. And my advice is do not do that. This is someone that you know. I know you're disgusted. I know you guys are disgusted, all of you. I understand that. This road to recovery is going to be very, very slow. You can see that with the Knight of Pentacles, and I always tell you about how slow moving things are. But I'm going to tell you, there is healing in the star, right? The star is all about hope, but it's about healing, and it's about faith. And I think you're going to have to, Lisa, I really think you're going to have that. I really do. So, you're going to have faith. This person knows that you know, and I think you've already, I think it's already been, Yvonne, I think she knows. I think she knows who it is. I really know. I really do. I think she knows who it is. So, I think she knows that she's going to have to make decisions about how to deal with it and how to move forward. But authority figures are not the way to go unless the authority figure that she talks to and who gets involved is someone like your father. All right. That's as much as I can tell you right now. It really is. That's as much as I can tell you, Lise. I know you're listening. I know Yvonne's doing all the talking for you, and I know you guys are the two most outgoing sisters of the group, of the five of you, but I know you're listening, Lise. And I know you know who this is. And I think you can tell by the cards exactly who I think it is. All right? That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting, Lise. And that's as much as I want to put out there during the show. So, okay. And that's what I get. Give me one quick second. I am looking. Somebody just donated, and it was for someone else. Is that correct? Warrior Girl donated for Emily. Okay. I knew there was a donation that came in. All right, Emily, I'm looking for your question. Unless you just... Oh, never mind. There it is. I was going to say, unless you want to just retype it, that'd be fine too, but you don't need to. There we go. The lovely Emily Rosa. It is good to see you and good to have you here. Freedom, you have depression. You have been diagnosed with depression, Freedom. I have too. Samantha Ariel, hello, it's you again. Well, I didn't think there was anyone else named Samantha Ariel that comes to my show. So I had a funny feeling it was you again. And you would like a love reading. All right. All right, we got 15 minutes left. I'm doing a donation right now. Let's just see what happens here. Let's see what happens tonight. Tonight's been yesterday was a very emotional day, and tonight's turning out to be an extremely emotional night, I have to say. I feel horrible for Selena's friend's sister. I feel terrible that somebody's trying to break up a good thing for Chanel. Now I'm very concerned about Lisa and whoever it is that stole money from her. We got a lot of things, right? We got a lot of things going on. You guys know. You guys all know. And I gotta imagine. Right? That. Hold on a second. You guys all know that I do care about the things that we talk about here. Believe it or not, I remember most of them as much as I possibly can, and I think about them. All right, so how is SK feeling about you since you've been separated, Emily? Well, he's probably thinking, what a fool I was. Why in the world did I ever separate with Emily? I believe SK is feeling like he just didn't give enough to the relationship. Oh, Samantha, you're going. Darn it, I wanted to do your reading too. I wanted to do your love reading. We talked about it this morning. Yeah, I think he's feeling like he just did not give enough. And he kind of kept himself isolated from you and from everything. I think this was a huge struggle for you, right? I think you were struggling with this all along throughout the whole relationship. And I think he's finally realizing it now, of course, because now he's lost the best thing, one of the best things he ever had, right? The best thing he ever had. So now he has no plan. He doesn't feel like there's any potential for him right now. And, you know, he's lost all of the creativity that he used to have. And of course now, so how does he feel now? Well, look at now. The Five of Cups is all about loss. He knows he's lost something incredible. You. He has become isolated because he doesn't have you anymore. And that is really, really killing him. I think it's killing him inside. And I honestly think he deserves it. Because if he couldn't be enough for you here, if he couldn't give you what you needed and what you wanted emotionally, and he would just isolate himself away from you, then there's no reason to ever even think about going back. And honestly, Emily, who cares what he thinks? Who really cares what he thinks? You've been separated. You're probably happier than you've been since, in quite a while, and you'll move forward. And I think you'll be able to move forward much easier than he will be. All right? That's what I see. That's what I'm getting for you. All right, Samantha, let me do your reading. I know we talked about this morning, and I told you I would do it tonight, and well, here we are, and I haven't done it yet, so let me get your love reading in here. I need a good reading right about now, right? I need something good. I need something happy. I need something to make everybody smile. My goodness, I probably got everybody in tears at this point, including me. If I didn't have to talk, I'd probably be bawling my eyes out by this point. My goodness, what a depressing show this is. Let me see what I have here for you. Okay, so what do we have for you, Lisa? I know this has been driving you crazy, right? Me sitting there with cards upside down and you not being able to see them. Oh, look at that right in the middle. The lovers. Oh. Now I'm really going to cry. All right, let's start with the end. The 8 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. I think having a relationship is something that really weighs heavily on your mind. It is a burden, right? The 10 of Wands is all about burdens, about great obligations, big obligations. And in this card, it very clearly shows you something is weighing on your mind. Because you got to imagine that weighs a lot of weight. There's a lot of weight right there on that poor old man's head. All right? So, but that's okay. Because here's what's going to happen. Here is what's going to happen. I'm going to sneeze. That's what's going to happen. Hold on. And it did happen. Jeez. To get rid of this burden and to get rid of this weight, here's what you have to do. And I think I told somebody this morning. You need to take all of the junk that's in your mental closet, right? In that mental drawer of yours that is full of garbage. It's full of bad feelings and old memories that don't work and all that stuff. You're going to fill up all these cups, metaphorically, right? You can't do it literally. We're not talking literal. We're talking figuratively. You're going to fill up all these cups with all of those bad memories, all of those bad emotions, all of it. Fill them up. Look around the empty room, right? Because the room is completely empty now. It looks like to me. It looks very empty to me. So look around your empty room. You've got your bag packed. You got your stick. All you have to do now is lock this door and close the door behind you. And never, ever, and you don't have the key, so you can never, ever go back to revisit those bad, sad memories. And that will take a lot of this weight off of your mind. Now let's get to the good parts. You want to feel like you are in a relationship where somebody makes you feel good all the time. All right. So you want somebody who makes you feel good, who makes you feel like you are all around. Somebody who's there for you all the time. Someone who is someone who will help you become help you become more stable, right? Help you with your stability. Because you know how things are, right? There are days where you just don't feel good. And unfortunately, there's more days that you don't feel good than you do right now, but that's getting better slowly. And I know it's slow. It's a very slow process, but it happens. But that's what you want. Someone who can help you with that. And someone who's going to stick by you. And that's what's coming. That's what's here. That's him. Here he is. He's coming. And then there's you. See, it's him on one side, it's you on this side, and here you are together in the middle. How's that for great? So this is the guy, right? He's all secure. He's all stable. He's helping you with that. He wants things to move forward in a good direction, and he wants to help you do that. He wants to be those big protective arms, that come around you. And then there's you. Here you are, the Page of Cups, talking to a fish in a cup. I know it's hard to see. You're introverted. You like to stay home. His card is the Emperor. He is the Emperor. You are the Page of Cups. You are introverted. You are emotionally fragile, and you do not like things to change. You don't like things to change. And that's okay, because I got to tell you, change is hard. Right? A lot of times people say, oh, change is good. Well, I'm sure it is good at times, but you know what? It doesn't make it easy. Change doesn't come easy. It might be good eventually, but I got to tell you, it's not easy. I think you like to read. I think you like to read a lot, and I think that's what you do, right? You study things, and you read books, and you learn stuff from them. Even if they're just like fiction stories and stuff like that, like Harry Potter, right? I said something about that yesterday, and you got the reference. So I know you've read Harry Potter, or at least watched the movies, and sure enough, I think you take away something from it. Of course you do. It's because you have such a huge imagination. You are very compassionate. You're a romantic. And that's what you want. Someone to show you romance. And I think once the Emperor gets around, gets everything good with you and helping you with your stability, I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think you're going to feel like, in the middle of the water. You're in the middle of the emotions, because that's water, right? Is emotions. Right? Maybe he comes along and knocks you into the water. And it's just a funny romantic thing, right? Isn't that funny? Wouldn't that be fun? I wouldn't even care. But then the two of you get together. Because you can see this guy here almost looks like this guy here. And well, this girl doesn't really look like this girl, but it's you anyhow, don't worry. And you get together, and there's that love connection. That strong love connection where you can trust someone again. You can tell them the things that you want to talk about, and they're going to listen to you, and they're not going to laugh at you, and they're not going to make fun of you, and they're not going to tell you that you're crazy. Those are crazy ideas, and those are not the things that you should be telling someone, and you shouldn't say that out loud. Nothing like that's going to happen. He's not going to do that because he trusts you and you trust him, and he wants to maintain that trust, and you're going to become friends. You're going to start off as friends, and then you're going to fall in love as with this person who is your friend, who you trust so much. And then it's going to turn from friendship into relationship. Because remember, friendship comes before relationship in the dictionary. So that's your love reading, Samantha. Where's my friend happily ever after when I need her? Because that's exactly how this ends. Looks like to me, at least. That's how it ends. Happily ever after. Now you can go to bed. Now you can go to bed. Hey, Joe Bath, welcome. Welcome to the end of the show, right? Thank you for being here, though. It's just nice to have you come in. All right, I will do one more reading. It is 7 o'clock, and I am going to do something. I don't know what. I don't know what yet, but I will do one more question, unless I have donations. So I didn't even look to see. Nope, no donations. So I will pick one more free question, and then that'll be it for the night. Unless I get donations while I'm doing the free question, of course, and then that'll be it. And Lizette, are you still here, Lizette? All right, you have a good night too, Samantha. Lavetti Green, you can donate. Absolutely. Donation information is at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the show description. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Samantha. Yeah, Lavetti Green, donations guarantee a reading. So I will stay and do a reading for you if you are donating. Awesome. So, Lizette, I'm going to do your reading real fast, and then I have Lavetti's question to do. So, yeah, please post your question for me. I would appreciate that. That would be helpful, of course. And I'll do your question then right after. All right, so the free part of the show is over now. Lizette, are you still around? I'm guessing no. Taking that as a no. What was that? You are not still here. I'm going to move on actually to another reading then. Belsimela. I'm sorry. So you were wondering what was going to happen between you and Helen, You broke up and you're both females. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, this reading, I saw your question when I had the other person's name up there, and I saw your question, and I got to tell you, this made more sense to me about you than it did about the other reading. So I definitely see that in this. So what will happen between the two of you now that you've broken up? I think that whole idea of feeling protected by someone is going to go away, and it doesn't come back. It doesn't come back, and if it does come back, it does not come back easily, number one, and it doesn't come back like it did. That's for sure. That is for sure. I think you are going to become more adventurous. You're going to want to go out and do more things for yourself and by yourself, right? You want to discover things. You want to explore. You are a free spirit. You're very free-spirited, and I think you have plans to do things, right? You're very creative, and I think there's a lot of potential there, and I think you have plans to do things. And you may do them with friends, with some other friends, right? Other than, I don't see Helen getting back in the picture here at all, but I do see where you may be doing things with friends, and I think it's people you get along with very well, right? You all cooperate together, and everyone does well. However, I think you have a lot of energy. Right? You've got a lot of energy. You're very friendly. You're very charismatic. I think you draw people in, and that's always come very easily for you, where you've been able to draw people in, and that's okay. That's, hey, if you got it, use it, right? With charisma. That's the way it is. That's how I always feel. I think you're a very honest person, so use that honesty to your advantage, right? Be honest with people. If people want to know about you or about your story or about what's going on in life, be honest with them. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just hold on to what you have. And I don't really think you need to worry about Helen anymore. The two of you broke up. There's a reason you broke up. Right? There has to be a reason. You don't just not show up somewhere one night at somebody's house or whatever and say, hey, I think we're going to break up, but I don't really want to tell you why. Or I don't know why. There's no reason. I just don't want to do this anymore. Because that would be kind of silly. But yeah, I honestly think that that's exactly what's going to happen. I think, you and Helen broke up. Now you move on. And I think your idea of moving on is going out and having some fun and doing the things you want to do. And maybe you've been held back for a while. Maybe Helen didn't want to do these types of things, and she did not have the energy level that you have. And now you're going to do the things you want to do. So that's what I think. That's what I'm feeling for you, Belsamilla. Belsamilla, yes. I hope I'm saying it right. I say it with confidence. It must be right. All right. So that's what I got. That's how I really feel about that, about your question, about you and Helen. All right, Lovely Green, thank you so much for your donation. I do appreciate your generosity. Yeah, I'm getting an idea that I kind of hit it on the head there for you, Belsamilla, because I see yeah, and yes, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad to give you my time. Thank you for your question. I appreciate you being here. Please do me a favor. Subscribe. Which way down there? My hands. This other hand's got all the cards in it. Sorry. There. Subscribe. Get those notifications. You can see I'm on every single day, twice a day, 11:30 a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So you can always come back every day if you want. Ask questions every single day. I choose questions randomly, so some days you may get read, some days you may not. And well, that's the way it goes, unfortunate. You know, unless you donate. Donations get guarantee a reading. Just like Lovity did. Joe Beth, what was the... I got question marks from you. What's up? All right, how does Ricardo feel about you? Okay. I think Ricardo right now is really putting up some defenses. I think I think he feels like he has to defend himself. He's protecting himself from getting hurt. So if you are in a relationship or trying to get into a relationship, you're going to have to get past that. You're going to have to figure out a way, okay, how can I show him? How can I tell him? What can I do to let him know I am not going to hurt him? Because I think that has to be shown. I think it's something that you're going to need. And I think you're going to need some guidance to navigate your way through that, right? All right, rock with me. Thank you. I see that right there. Yep. Thanks, rock with me. I got it. And I will do your question next. So yeah, I do think you're going to need some help, Lovity, to really to navigate yourself through this whole being defensive. Joe Beth, okay, I get it. I'm kind of at the end of the show, so you missed it. Were you way up at the top somewhere and I completely missed your question? Because I never did say it. Have you been here the whole time? I don't know. The Nine of Wands again is showing me all about being defensive. This is all about putting up walls, being defiant, being very, very sensitive. So this is going to be tough. I think Ricardo's going to be a tough nut to crack. I really do. All right, so you separated from him 5 months ago from lack of commitment, and that's the reason for this then. That's the reason. He got hurt. You hurt his feelings 5 months ago. He wasn't ready to commit. Okay, fine. So again, he needed that guidance. You got to have some guidance to make your way through the swords. And but he is absolutely hurt and defending himself from getting hurt even more. And that's what he's feeling for you. That's how he's feeling about you. You know, he is a dependable person. Normally, you would have gotten a message from him. You would have got a message from him by now. But he's afraid. He's afraid of getting hurt. He's afraid of what you're going to say. You know, he would want to have that relationship with you still. He just doesn't want to make the commitment yet. He is emotionally, what's a good word for it? He is emotionally committed to your relationship, you know, but he needs to heal right now. So that's what I think that's really what Ricardo is feeling about you right now. I'm sorry to say, but that's what's going on. So if you're looking to get back with him, you're going to have to get through his defenses because he's really defending himself. And if you're not looking to get back with him, then don't get in touch with him, because it's just going to make the hurt worse and he won't be able to heal. And if you care about him at all, if you don't want to get back together, that's fine. But if you care about him at all, don't hurt him more. Right? Yeah. You don't want to do that. I know that. All right, rock with me. Thank you so much for donating. Also, will your boyfriend comply with the ultimatum? Ooh, though we are not Facebook friends, to change his status to in a relationship. Will he do it, or are we done? You told him. That's it. You either change it or you're done. So the free show is over. We are on donations only now. The free show ended at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So that was 15 minutes ago, wherever you are. We do have one more reading to do after this, Jo Beth's reading. Yeah, so that's kind of what you did, though, right? Rock with me? You're laughing. You're giving me LOLs. But yep, that's it. That's what happened. Hey, fix the Facebook to relationship. I'm out of here. I'm hitting the road. You are done. D-U-N, done. Like a good steak. Wow. Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. We get almost all the Wands court cards. That's interesting because that's all about passion and fieriness and stuff like that. And I think that's just what you are, right? You were all fired up for this one. You were quite fired up. All right. So rock with me. I think, you're looking to get serious, right? You want things to get more serious, and that's what the Hierophant's all about, right? Things getting serious, starting your own traditions, knowing more and more about each other, and making the relationship more serious. Now, the Seven of Pentacles shows me that you've wanted this relationship to grow, and here's the roots, right? They're starting to grow. They're growing bigger and bigger, and that's what you want in your relationship, right? Because then it makes this beautiful plant, and this beautiful plant grows, and things grow, and they get bigger, and the relationship goes real good. That's what you want. But then you've got the Page, the Knight, and the Queen of Wands. What an interesting group. I'm kind of going to give it to you all together. These three cards, right? The Page, the Knight, and the Queen. I'm going to give them to you all together because you can kind of see them, and there's a lot of similarities between them because they're all wands, and wands have to do with passion and fire and, all kinds of stuff. Energy, right? All kinds of energy. So, I think you are a very free spirit. I think you are very adventurous. I think you are also at times a little bit immature, but I think you are excited to do things, and I think you're ready to do them. I think you're ready to move ahead, and if he's not willing to do this, someone else will, and that's exactly how you feel. I think you're very creative, But I think you're also very impatient, and that's okay. You're willing to move on. You're willing to leave if things don't get done your way, and you are a very blunt person, and you make it known exactly what you want. However, you are, on the other hand, right? One hand you're blunt, but the other hand you're very friendly. You're very loving. You are kind of passive aggressive, but you're very warm and vibrant, and you're determined to get the things you want to get. So, will he do it or will he not do it? Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I don't know for sure. Freedom, good night. But I do see that if he wants this relationship to grow and continue and to get more serious, then all he has to do is one simple thing. So if it's really, really, this is going to be the make or break, right? This is going to be you will know with this one thing, if he is actually serious about continuing with you or not. I don't know how long of a time frame you gave him. You know, I'm sure it wasn't a real long time. But I guarantee you, this will tell you, by the end of the time frame you gave him, that that he will either make or break this relationship. I'll show you. There's our bottom of the deck card. Is, of course, another wand. It's the Ace of Wands, which tells me there is new passion. There is new potential for the two of you. It's all about being new. It's all about that new feeling of energy, that new passion and potential. Right? Does that make sense to you? Look, we'll cut. Let me see. We will go here. Of course, I got the Three of Wands. That's all I can get is wands for you, because it's all about this fieriness that you have. The Three of Wands tells me that you are searching for a successful relationship. And I think it's usually with the Three of Wands, what you're searching for is very, very close to you. And you just don't see it yet. But you will see it. You'll find it. So, yep, that's what I got. The Three of Wands. Okay. That's what I'm getting. That is definitely what I'm getting. I hope that makes sense for you. So no clear yes or no. A yes or no. I can pull an oracle card for you. Ooh. And see if we get something that tells me a little clearer. This is a Lenormand question, if I ever saw one. No place like home. Kind of tells me, I think he's going to do it because he doesn't want to be anywhere but with you. Right? No place like home is like saying no place, like there's no other place like than being with you. So I think he's willing to do it. That's what I'm thinking. All right. I hope that works for you. Rock with me. That's what I'm getting. That's what I got. Thank you so much for donating. I do appreciate it. You do. All right, Joe Beth. Somewhere in here there's a question, I know. Jeet's feelings for you. I just need his name. So I don't want to, I don't forget usually, but once I've seen it. All right, Jeet's feelings for you. Don't laugh. Your picture always looks so... I look at your picture and it's like so super serious. It's a very lovely picture. It's super serious. All right, so the free show is over. We're doing donations only at this point. And I think anybody who's coming in now, if you subscribe, you'll see that I'm on twice a day, every single day. And yeah, I'm on every day, twice a day. The show's called Tarot Days and Nights, and I'm here 11:30 a.m. Eastern and 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So, all right. So let's see what Jeet's feelings are for you. All right. Thanks, Jo Beth. So how does Jeet feel about you right now? I think Jeet is feeling very excited, right? We just had the Knight of Wands all over we had wands everywhere in that last reading. And I think Jeet is very excited for to have a chance to see or spend time with you. I think that's what you're looking for, is to spend time with this person or meet them, or for them to be able to come and meet you. The High Priestess tells me, use your intuition. Use your intuition. You know you have it and you know how to use it, right? It will help you understand exactly what's going on with you and Jeet. And I think if you have a little bit of patience, you'll be able to figure that out. The Five of Swords tells me that Jeet may be a little bit overbearing. He may be a bit of a... you're thinking of separating. That's why. That's why the whole leaving and moving thing is here. Right? Because the Knight of Rods is all about moving and leaving, being impatient and ready to go. And that explains it. I do think Jeet is a bit overbearing. And I think that's a lot of the problem. I think you're going to have a good plan on exactly what you want to do. If you're talking about this or not talking about this, I think there is a plan that has to be made. For any type of potential of leaving in this relationship. And I think you're going to need the support of friends here and family members that are going to be able to help you move on from this relationship. Yeah, that's what I think. That's really what I think. I know that's kind of quick. That's a really quick read, wasn't it? But it was... But it just kind of came real fast to me. Especially when I saw this whole idea of being controlling and maybe a little narcissistic. He's a comic. He's funny. Oh, karmic. Never mind. Not so funny. Yeah, he's a karmic. Yeah, a bit of a narcissist. You're saying yes. Yep, that's what I'm getting right here from this card. Is all about that. You can kind of see it just in the way he looks and the way he is and all that stuff. So I got to tell you, yeah, separating is definitely on his mind as well as yours. And I think somebody is ready to go really quickly. Somebody's got a lot of impatience in them to get moving. I think there's a plan in place, and I think you're going to need I think you're going to need the support of family and friends and things like that. All right, Jo Beth? That's what I'm getting for you. I'm sorry to say. Maybe I'm not sorry to say it, because that's what you're really looking for anyhow. Let me take a look real fast to see if I have any other donations. And it does not look like I do. So, all right. So that is the end of our show. I hope you all had a good time. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys subscribe if you were new. I would appreciate that. And I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget, for Tarot Days and Nights, tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. And then again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. All right, everybody have a good day or good night or good wherever you are, whatever you got. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.